Hello and welcome to Focus on Liberia. As always, broadcasting from our headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia. Anthony Cie is my name. The Hour of Politics is the program. Welcome to the broadcast. At Focus on Liberia, our goals are simple. We educate, we elevate, and we promote all things Liberia in a way sometimes you don't get to understand. Welcome to this broadcast. Share this show. There is something here you need to see. There is something you must know. The nation is Liberia. It is obvious this nation is at a crossroad. The path to the promised land is bleak. The educator would tell us to get to that promised land, you must get education. I couldn't agree more. And even we were told that education is the key. Even Lucky Dube sang a song about that. You know that is true, and I know that is true. But the question now is, how do we see the education? How do we handle this education? Some time ago, I said the foundation of any nation should be education. Do we have a foundation as a country? Are we building one for our country? And when we say education, education for whom, fellow Liberians? It should be education for Liberians, especially the future leaders. And this brings me into this topic. I am heartbroken today. And some of you have not seen me devastated that I am even having a difficult to get my thought process to you. I am devastated. And that which has devastated me, it is what I have come to share with you. I will not be doing too much talking, but I will do my usual analysis, fellow Liberians. The topic for today, chaos on University of Liberia main campus. The name University of Liberia is huge. It represents who we are as a country. It's the nation's highest institution of learning. It should be an enviable institution. It has poured out our best and our brightest. Many would tell us this is the institution we can look at to see the future of our country. The University of Liberia is the mirror of where we are and where we are going. I know this might not be your usual politics thing, but this is even more than the politics you like. But let us get started. So, the University of Liberia has been going through challenges from one administration to the other. And when you think a particular administration will get it right, you always get surprises. And one of the surprises that we have today is mind-boggling. Students are out of school as we speak at the main campus, or at the campuses of all University of Liberia is closed. The teachers, the faculty are saying, no, we can't continue on this path. And every time we engage the administration, we engage the government, It's been one promise after the other, or promises after promises. We even signed an MOU, a memorandum of understanding as to what needs to be done for this school to become what it's supposed to be in the first place. Blessedly for us, we have a video. An interview done by Front Page Africa and Focus on Liberia is here to give Front Page credit. Front Page were able to appear on the campuses of the University of Liberia during the protests, during the chaos, and they were able to capture it all. And what that is in this video projects that our leaders are visionless, they are heartless, and they are wicked to the core, and they only display and demonstrate sheer lip service. They don't care about the future of Liberia. They don't care about the leaders of tomorrow. In fact, their actions or inactions, directly or indirectly, destroying the future of Liberia, because the foundation that I talked about earlier, it's not been built. Sometimes they throw a few dollars at it, and they think that would do it. And so let's go to the video, fellow Liberians, and I want you to pay attention very carefully.
Campus of the state-owned University of Liberia that is sponsored and supported by the government of Liberia. Schools of aggrieved faculty and other teaching staff have laid down their chalks in demand of the payment of their salary arrears and other benefits. So we have one of the officials here of the aggrieved faculties. Tell us your name, sir, and welcome to Front Page.
I'm Eric Patton. I'm the Public Relations Officer of the University of Liberia Faculty Association.
What prompted this Go Slow action here today?
Well, if you would know by history, today, exactly 2 months ago, the University of Liberia Faculty Association, the government of Liberia, represented by the Ministry of Finance Development Planning and the CSA, and the University Authority signed an MOU. This MOU had 21 items time-bound. All of these items had time relationship to them. As we speak, that entire MOU is a failure. As we speak, the University Authority have refused deliberately to own up to the implementation of that MOU.
What are some of the important things that were enshrined in the MOU you are talking about?
As we speak, the MOU, when signed on October 1, had series of issues. One, there were issues that were to be handled before we get to class on October 6, and there were issues that were to be handled within the months going. One of those issues was the issue of paying arrears of our part-timers. As we speak, the university cannot give an account of who they have paid and who they haven't paid. We have provided them listing and evidence of people they haven't paid. They cannot tell us in their system whether they have record of paying those people or not. The university cannot pay arrears of data that faculty members used to teach online. The university cannot provide quality instructional materials for students. The labs offender, that just allows you to put labor there for the students to go to class when they are announcing exam for next week. For over a month and a half, we have told them, even the people, the folks at Finance Ministry who were on the negotiating team are aware that we raise these issues. That this is education. You cannot have a lab, but what? The president goes on deja vu 1 month to Glasgow. He comes, he goes to Sierra Leone. That's what they're interested in. When you call for materials to do academics, you find out that they will not pay attention to you. All they care about is the DSA and bank rolling this university. The faculty have thought that, look, we have negotiated, we can't keep negotiating. It's about time for implementation. The Minister of Finance have made some loud deals discussion to see whether we can find a way. But you know, the General Assembly is the highest decision-making body. They think they have been toyed with for some time now, and they think that it's necessary to disengage until all issues on the implementation of the MOU are addressed adequately before they return to
What
class.
are the sticky issues, or what are your demands?
So, you will pay all arrears of part-timers.
How many months are we talking about?
We have people who have not been paid for 2 semesters, some 3. If
How
you
many
add
months?
this semester,
How many months equivalent to a semester?
that's 4 months per semester. If you add this semester there, that is ending, they have not even been paid a cent for this semester. So add all of those there, you know what we're talking about. You have been deducting money legally earned by them and not remitting that money to the account. We signed an MOU that November they would have gotten that money. You will pay that money. We committed ourselves to ensuring that we give faculty a decent living salary. We have been negotiating. As we speak, this morning the Minister of Finance and his team came out with a figure. But the faculty are saying, in as much as other issues were being toyed around with, they will not believe whatever is being said until they see the evidence in their accounts at the end of January. And so those are the issues. The renovation of the university.
Are those commitments made by the Finance Minister General? Can you choose it?
That's where the faculty stand. That you have an MOU that is flagrantly being violated. How do we not trust the statement coming from the Finance Minister when in fact he was a signatory to that MOU? So the faculty have thought that the only wise thing to do is to disengage, get all of what we want, and we can sidestep. We're not going to come back in a filthy environment. You will renovate this university for faculty and students to come here.
So, folks, let me pause it there. Can you imagine? You are hearing this. Can you imagine? We are not only hearing this, that we are seeing this with our own eyes. The people who are teaching Liberians on that campus or at the campuses of the University of Liberia, they will say, students are being prepared for tomorrow by teachers. And these teachers have not been paid according to the spokesman of the Faculty Association. He's the public relations officer. He is saying some of these professors have not been paid for 2 and 3 semesters. And you talk about a semester, some semesters have about 4 months or so. So if you do your mathematics, some of you who are good at mathematics, you're talking about some people not being paid for up to 9 months, 12 months. That is the situation we have here. A teacher has not been paid. And something he said earlier, that the data that the teachers have been using or the professors have been using to teach these children online, that data has not been paid for by the administration. And now we continue to hear that online learning on the University of Liberia is going smooth. That is what our friends continue to tell us. But this is somebody who works at the University of Liberia, who is the ears and eyes of the Faculty Association, telling you this is a lie. He continued to use the word toy. Toy is something that children play with. He is telling us that education is being toyed with in Liberia. In other words, they are playing with the future of Liberia. Teachers have not been paid. The government owes them money. The Minister of Finance is aware. The Minister of Finance is on record that when the free tuition was announced, at some point, $1 million United States dollars were made available, and according to him, of the $1 million, 400,000 United States dollars was going to cover all the fees that the university was collecting from students prior to the free tuition. So that means that there is an excess of 600,000 United States dollars for the university administration to use to settle or resolve the issues of bathrooms not in working condition, the university campus being completely filthy. Samuel Twe is saying the university the university administration has 600,000 in SS to use. And he's saying they are not using the money. If they are not using the money for the intended purpose, to give the university a decent learning environment, why are they on the job anyway? But let us continue to listen. This is heartbreaking. The future of Liberia is being toyed with. I call him to this job.
And it will be adequate for us to come. We're not rushing because we're not just interested in putting out numbers. We're interested in putting out quality. And quality is what we want to ensure here. And we'll ensure that quality by remaining disengaged until all the items on the MOU are implemented.
Are you saying the campuses of the university, are they unsanitary?
They are filthy.
For your conducive learning?
You know the blessings we have? The blessings we have these few days to use the bathroom is because rain has fallen. If there's no rain, we don't have any water to use bathroom. The bathrooms will remain closed. Not just student facilities, but even faculty facilities. If you come on this campus by 3, 4, and you are pressed, I'm sorry for you. You have nothing to do.
And you have to go in the butches.
This place, if we are prepared to run this university, we must be committed to ensure that the quality that is required is given here. We are prepared to live up to our side of the bargain. You must also be able to live up to yours.
The issue of laying down your chalk has been an age-old problem since the inception of the Coalition for Democratic Change-led government of President George Weah. What Nomade Board offer to the world to actually stage these kind of actions?
I don't think it is because or since the regime of Ambassador Weah. What you will notice is that the leadership currently that the faculty has is a leadership that has come from a background and a mantra of integrity. This leadership pledged to ensure that all issues that have been bothering faculty welfare for years, over a decade, will not be taken lightly. And so it just happened coincidentally that there's a president of the Republic of Liberia and he is Ambassador George Weah. Whoever would have been president this time would have come. Thankfully, we have a president who listens. Hopefully, the president listens to us so that the quality we deserve in this place can be achieved. And that's all of us prayer.
It becomes unimaginable since the fact you said the president listened to you. If the president was listening or the government was actually cognizant of your plus, you have not been at this stage. What do you think? So,
the Minister of Finance, who represents the president, is fully aware of what is happening here. He knows who are those that are the fault of implementing the MOU. He knows where the problem lies. He should brief the president adequately so that the president will make informed decision on how to move the university forward. The Minister of Finance, I repeat, is fully aware. He has been briefed. He was here this morning. He's aware. He has his own frustration. He should tell the president the truth.
What did the minister say to the faculties?
The minister will only appeal that we remain patient, but how long can we be patient for? When in fact the first MOU we signed, we're not seeing implementation. And the faculty think that they can be patient forever. And in the title of negotiating, you will always want to buy time because you are the one being pressed. And so they feel that they don't have that time in their favor. And so the best thing they thought was necessary, it was to pull the plug. And pull the plug means they are very serious and they're not going to return here until you do
Mr. Patton, you made mention of faculties and lecturers here at the State-owned University of Liberia didn't sign a contract with poverty. What were you trying to portray?
So Our argument here is this. We are the lifeline of this university, academics. If you compare the salaries in academics to that of the administrators, you get broken. And we'll say, an administrative assistant earns 2 or 3 times more than a PhD professor here at this university. We don't want.
So, folks, let me pause it there. The point that he just made, some of you who follow us here, we were able to display the salary structure of the University of Liberia. What he said, Focus on Liberia, can confirm that. We have in our possession the hard facts that professors are making far less than just people in the administration, meaning the staff, like people like the registrar, people who are in the offices, dealing with records and all that. These individuals are making more than what the professors, the teachers, the people who are in academics, as he called it. Professors are making far less than those people that sit in the offices. This is a fact. And Samuel Twed even said that, look, they have to now go to the University of Liberia to what he called harmonize, because the harmonization in central government itself. And they said, according to their harmonization, is to bring fairness to the salary structure. And they have realized that the university staffers are making less than the university professors. So that which he said is true. And we have the record in that information in our possession.
I want to talk about executive assistant. In fact, they are creating the executive assistant position now into associate vice president, awarding them bigger salary. By the time they do the collapsing, those people are in $5,000. So we are supposed to die in poverty. At the same time, our children come after us and die in poverty while the others are going. To everything we require, there has to be an attachment of seriousness. The seriousness here we demand. We have had inflationary situation over time. This time around, we call for adjustment that will help us to be on par. Now, we're not going to be walking around here begging. We're not going to be begging. You're not going to make us vulnerable and reduce the quality of this place. We refuse to be vulnerable. We want to be people of integrity, and we demand that as we have held our integrity over time, you will give us what we require because we deserve it. You cannot deny us that because we know how to get it, and we will get it.
How long do you intend to stay out of the classrooms?
As long as you don't give it to us, we will remain out.
Is this the best remedy in finding solution to your plights?
We have been open all the while, but I think that's the only language that people understand in this country, to be reactive and not proactive.
Have you been able to constructively engage the UL authorities here?
In the last minute, we even opted for a meeting with the UL administration. The university authority vehemently refused. The president had just come last week Wednesday from trips for 1 month trip abroad.
But
on Tuesday, he was in
did he say?
He had no response to our call for a meeting. On Tuesday, he was on the way again to Sierra Leone on another deja vu. So he's only on rendezvous, passing around and enjoying himself, what he can get from university, living the best of life.
Many persons are of the conviction that your action would deprive thousands of Liberians, the children of Bedabo, Pepper, and Drago sellers from acquiring quality education. How do you see this?
Well, it is a good thing that we have the children of Bedabo sellers, pepper sellers at this university. It is also a good thing that they have us here that intend to provide quality education to them. It would be a wrong thing for them to assume, along with our detractors, that we should walk, hungry, or should live in shacks that are leaking on us, our health go down, without any remedy to the solution that you need to sustain quality education. I think the students are in the interest of quality education. And that is why they came to our offices and we told them. They've also made their own engagement with the administration. There has been nothing. They themselves are frustrated. And so it is not just about us. So we are in this
for the
together.
sake of the record, I want you to kind of distinguish between part-timers and full-time employees here at the university.
Part-timers are adjoint professors who sign contract on a semester basis. Now the university on an annual basis. So they are not employed. They are paid on the basis of the terms of their contract. When the semester ends and the contract ends, once the semester ends, they don't have it. So those are adjoint professors. Full-time are people duly employed here at the university and required to be here when the students, need your services.
Are there arrears owed the full-timers?
There are arrears owed the full-timers. Those arrears
months?
are what we call disparities. For example, you are my colleague, you and I don't have the same salary. How is it possible that we are both instructors if we don't have the same salary? The analysis was done. The university, to the extent admitted, brought their own evidence. We said no, but these are not all. We asked our colleagues to submit records. They submitted a record. We included that. The university agreed that yeah, that you owe the money, we won't pay. But they are refusing to pay. They want to be throwing us around as well. We don't deserve it. That's our legitimate money. They must pay that money. That is not negotiable.
If you were to meet with President George Malawia today, what would you say?
Mr. President, the Minister of Finance knows we have an MOU. Can we live up to the MOU? That's all we want. We want nothing more than to live up to the MOU.
Say your name again.
I'm Eric Patton, PRO Alpha.
Thanks very much. Eric Patton is the public relations officer of the
Faculty Association.
University of Liberia
Faculty Association.
Faculty Association, a group comprising of faculties, lecturers, and
So,
other
folks, there you heard it
staffers
for
here at the
yourself.
state-owned university.
There
The
you
campus.
heard it for yourself. The finance minister Samuel Twe has always been in this habit of saying the government of Liberia is not owing. We are current on salary arrears. We are current on salary. We are current on salary. And you heard it for yourself. Professors at the University of Liberia, the tuition-free university. The government continues to tell us that it's even putting more money into education, especially the University of Liberia. But what we're seeing and hearing today is completely different. Now, the video you see right there, that is the main campus of the University of Liberia. Let me make the video bigger for most of you to see. Look at the yard. That is the main campus of the University of Liberia. Look at the yard. Look at the potholes. If you enter Samuel 12 yard, you will not see that kind of pothole. If you enter President Weah's yard, you will not see this kind of pothole. If you enter Nathaniel Mage's fence, in fact, there is a paved road that goes to Nathaniel Mage's house. If you enter Nathaniel Mage's yard, the entire yard, the floor is completely done. You don't see doors in the yard. Look at this classroom. This is the classroom. This is the classroom at the University of Liberia. Look at it, fellow Liberians. Can you imagine this? Look at the walls. Compare this wall that you're looking at now and go to Mage's yard. Mage built a mausoleum for his mother. In fact, there is current electricity available 24 hours there for Mage's mother's grave. Look at what you see right here. They say they are putting more money. They say, Samuel Twe said there is an excess of 600,000 United States dollars to help with the challenges the University of Liberia faces. Can you imagine this? Fellow Liberians, are you seeing this? This is the University of Liberia. As we speak, the university is closed. The faculties have laid down their chalks because the government of Liberia is not living up to the memorandum of understanding that it had reached with the professors. According to the public relations officers of the Faculty Association of University of Liberia, they reached an MOU, and the government had affixed a signature to the MOU that their demands were to be met. But as we speak, the government is yet to meet their demands. Look at the year of the nation's higher institution of learning. What does it say about leadership on the part of this government? What does it say about leadership on the part of the administration of the University of Liberia? Does this look like the campus or a campus of a university? As we speak, as you look in the video, that there's tear gas being fired by the police. They are chasing students out of the university campus. The teacher laid down chalks because the university administration and the government has failed to live up to the memorandum of understanding. The memorandum of understanding is not being lived up to by the administration on one hand and the government of Liberia. And so the teachers have laid down their chalks because the government owes them. The government is yet to pay. Even data that has been used by the professors to teach online courses have not been paid for. They have negotiated and negotiated, and there's no way, no resolution whatsoever. So the teachers have decided that they will lay down their chalks. And now the students have been denied education. And so there is a protest. What does the government do? The government enters the campuses of the University of Liberia and fire tear gas at students for protesting. These students came with placards. They had no guns. They have no knives. They have no weapons in their hands. They just wanted to bring to the attention of the government and the administration of the University of Liberia that there is a problem here. Look at this building. There's water right in the middle. These students should be in school learning, but they are running from one place to another. The bathrooms cannot be used. They are in deplorable condition. The gentleman said, if nature knocked on your door, if you were on the campuses of the University of Liberia and you want to use the bathroom, there's no bathroom for you. You will at least have to go into the butchers. This is what we have to deal with. When we are talking about nation building, education is that vehicle to use. The nation's higher institution of learning was declared tuition free. Some people said that was the silver bullet. The gentleman emphasized on the issue of quality. Quality is not just the word quality. To have quality, you must be able to provide all the necessary tools. You must provide the incentive for the instructors. One of those incentives is their basic salary. And even at that basic salary is being delayed by the government. Is this supposed to be a university? This is like a market structure somewhere in a county, but this is right in the heart of Monrovia, across the Capitol building, across what the office of the president is. Look at this. People and students are learning in turn on the main campus of the University of Liberia. Where are we going? Where are we going with this? When will this come to an end? When will we have a solution to this issue? As we speak, Mange has been going around the country He said he's giving scholarships. Out of his solid, he's a rich man. But the University of Liberia that he graduated from, the University of Liberia that Samuel 12 graduated from, this is the university. Compare the campus of the university with the homes of the president. In less than a year or two, the president has been able to build mansions around Monrovia. So these guys have the ability to do something. They do have it. Mange acquired a mansion, fenced, gigantic. He acquired a loan, according to him, in less than 6 months of the administration. And he acquired himself a house in befitting condition. But this is his alma mater. This is 12's alma mater. Students can't sit in class because this more basic thing is not being provided, which is salary. Listen for you.
So yeah, we are now moving towards the main entrance of the main campus of the University of Liberia. We are moving towards the main entrance. Where students from the Vanguard Student Unification Party SUP here at the University of Liberia are regrouping.
Tears in your eyes. The sound can take your mind way back during the dark days of Liberia.
Firing and tear gas.
You used to hear those sounds.
Stay here at the main campus of the University of Liberia.
It brings fresh memories.
The students,
To the minds of Liberia.
particularly females, are
I'm
actually
sure you
taking
heard that heavy
cover,
sound of tear
while
gas.
others
And
have
that
vacated
is
the
somebody that's
premises
saying
here
that reminds you about the
on
dark days of
Capitol Hill
Liberia
in Monrovia.
when bullets were flying. And this is what we have today. A
We
place
hope to talk to
designated for
authorities
the
here at the
provision of
University of
knowledge
Liberia, as well as
to prepare future
executives
leaders,
of
has
the
now
various student
turned to
groupings.
a place of chaos. Look at the facility. Look at the
The
campus.
students are
One
contemplating
government after
on
the other
peacefully
has not been
gathering
able to do anything about this place.
in front of the
This
university
is sickening.
in solidarity of the decision taken by
Can we have
Yeah.
somebody
faculties and lecturers
their
to
whole
lay
place
down their chalk
to
in
be shut
demand
down
of
and rebuilt
the payment
from
of their
scratch?
salary
This is the
arrears
problem. This is
and the
not a solution.
improvement
You cannot find
of
a solution at this facility.
sanitary
It does not
conditions
represent Liberia.
on all campuses
Liberians
of the
who are in
university.
school
The
at the
faculties are claiming
university
that
don't deserve this.
administrative assistants and others are
And our
earning
leaders have
more
not been able to
salaries
provide that for them.
as compared to a PhD holder who is lecturing here at
Lecturers
the
and
University of
professors
Liberia.
Are
The
earning less
alleged
than
of
just staffers at the
huge
university.
disparity in the payment
How
of
can
salaries and
somebody
other
who is
benefits to them,
a professor
even though
earn so much less than
bulk of
somebody
them
who just sitting
have
at
the
office
similar
just to put the
qualifications.
record together? How is that fair? And as though that in itself is not unfortunate, it is not even on time. They talk about e-learning. There's no reliable electricity on the campus. How would the e-learning thing be possible in the first place? Not to talk about reliable internet. Look
So we are
at
moving our way to the main entrance.
this is the main entrance. This is the
We're
main
making
entrance
our
of the
way to
University
the
of
main
Liberia.
entrance
Look at the
of
road leading
the University
there.
of
Look at the
Liberia.
potholes. I mean, come to think about it. Can these people not find the money
Following the
to get this road done?
firing of
And
tear
across
gas
there
by
is
officers of
the
the Liberia
Capitol building.
National Police after some
That is the
students
building that houses
engaged
the legislature, the
into the
lawmakers
throwing of
who have their
stones.
brothers and sisters at the university, who have their constituents, the people to represent at the university. In fact, come to talk about the lawmakers, even they themselves, their bathroom, they are hauling water to use their bathroom. Some of their bathrooms are not even working.
So we are here
You even have to go
at the main entrance of the
building
University of
to
Liberia.
ease yourself if
We are
you
seeing
got jammed by nature.
Scores of
Your
PSU
police
officers.
barricaded the main entrance of the University of Liberia.
Yeah, before
In the day and age, when these students should be in
main
school,
entrance.
when the teachers should be providing quality education for them, this is all we get. Is this the leadership that Liberia deserves? Is this how you build a nation? And they're supposed to be what, politics or what? This is not politics. Does the country even have a future right now as we speak? This picture, this video does not tell us that Liberia has a future right now. This is a nation on a perilous path because nation building is in the septic tank.
I will call you too. All right? Okay.
Can you believe this?
Out, damage cars, damage property, we're not allowed it. So once you do that, you're being violent and you're being lawless.
So folks, look at the campus. Let's get a little glance of it. See for yourself how filthy this campus is. It does not represent a school. That is only unfortunate, but this is what is made available for nation building to prepare the future leaders of our country. Can you imagine it, folks?
To the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. Finance Development Planning Minister Samuel Twe was reported on the campus of the university here this morning, trying to convince the faculties and lecturers to abandon the go slow action. But all of the efforts applied didn't yield fruitful results. But we'll see. There's the
sound.
stay here at the main campus of.
All right, folks, we will leave it there. We will leave it there and come to you to read some of your comments. Those of you who have been commenting. And so, folks, I can tell you this is a failure of our leaders. This university, you see students are running from one place to the other on the main campus here. This should be a place of learning, but it has turned to a place of chaos, all because our leaders have failed and continue to fail the youth of Liberia. They have continued to fail the citizens of Liberia in doing what they were supposed to do to ensure that this campus of the University of Liberia is decent and worthy of a learning environment. That has not been the case. Teachers are being owed arrears. They are being owed, they can't pay them. And so they have laid down their jobs. The teachers have family to feed. So why are you not living up to your side of the memorandum of understanding to ensure that the teachers are paid, to ensure that the bathrooms, I mean, come to think about how filthy the building is. I mean, you're not talking about the administration. Who is the president of the university anyway? Dr. Saul Nelson. I mean, this guy want to tell me he can't even load wire in the face. Tell him, can he not even load 12 in a face and tell him that we need some money here to renovate this building? Shut the whole thing down and build it from scratch, saying you're not able to renovate it. Why are you deceiving the people of Liberia that you are providing education? There's nothing you're doing here. You're causing more harm than good. See, police are marching on peaceful students. Who is responsible for this? The administration is responsible for this. The government is responsible for this. Let's bring in some of your comments here quickly. Before we bring in the comments, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we will bring in your comments. So please don't go anywhere. We're just taking a short break to get ready for your comments. Stay tuned.
At Focus on Liberia, we discuss everything Liberia, from education to politics, arts and culture, entertainment, agriculture, history, religion, family, and technology. Focus on Liberia uncovers and showcases the best of Liberia and shows the world the truth about Liberia. We educate, elevate, and promote all things Liberia. We conduct interviews, panel discussions, debates, and more. Tune in to Focus on Liberia on Facebook and YouTube and be a part of the stories that make up the news.
This is Focus on Liberia, and I am Dennis Jar.
All right, I'm Anthony CA, the host of the Hour of Politics. Let's read some comments here quickly. G Square Musu, this too is Liberia. Wow, that person cannot believe what they're seeing with their eyes. Let's hear from Labla. Labla writes, in the midst of it all, the Minister of State is touring counties, launching millions of dollars scholarship funding to gain political favor. Shame, indeed, shame, and he's doing it for politics. He's not doing it in the name of education. He wants to remain power, to be able to have unflinching access to the state coffers, to amass wealth at the detriment and the satisfaction of the poor masses. This is just disgraceful. Let's hear from Mary Dennis. Tell them, my dear. Let's hear from This person name is hard to understand. Minister Mange is offering scholarship to students. I don't know where the beneficiaries of the so-called scholarship go to learn. Actually, Liberians are paying price for electing Weah. Minister Twe is one of the reasons for Weah's failures. That person, right. Let's hear from Dwell City. Samuel Twe is a liar, and the person put a damn to it. Let's hear from Te Makisa. They prefer giving 5,000 LD each to Zogo, but refuse to pay professors. That is correct. That is what they do when elections is coming. What they do is go look for the Zogo and get them 5,000 so that they can vote for them. And that is the only solution they have to the Zogo crisis that we have in Liberia. Let's hear from Hassa, watching you from the United Arab Emirates, Dubai. Thank you for watching. Keep watching here as we bring you balanced and fair information. Let's hear from this viewer watching live from FE Roto Town resident. I am Stanley Bonso following. Thank you, Stanley, for following there. Let's hear from Roblati Saroslan. See, how are you looking so serious? I'm pissed. I'm angry. This is shameful. This is embarrassing. And I will tell you that I'm not happy. How can you be happy with that kind of situation? Dr. Barton Kula writes, the interesting thing is that the students never ask for free education. They just ask for a conducive environment and proper teaching conditions. That is right, Barton. Barton again, the Lord make us home, and the Lord make us home. And call private school, they way better. I think trying to say some lawmakers have private schools, and the private schools are better than the University of Liberia. This is a shame. And Barton, you are right. Thomas Fowler has one. What's his name? A notorious war criminal. Prain Johnson also has one. And I don't know about others. They too have schools. Their schools are better than the nation's university. Where are these people getting money from to build schools that low okay and the University of Liberia, which is the institution of the government for which they work, is looking in this way? I am angry. Let's hear from James Tobawier. James Tobawier should be a friend with whom I've worked. Thusing, the University of Liberia has a strategic plan for the next 20 years to change the status quo as state-run university. How can they survive unsubsidized? They don't have a strategic plan. Their strategic plan is to just throw money at the problem. This is shameful. Let's hear from Boga. But their private schools and universities are like the ones in the Western world. Wickedness to the core, and I couldn't agree more. Roblati again. Mange is currently in Buchanan with 50 million Liberian dollars in the name of scholarship when the university is in deplorable condition. I am here today and I'll give you the opportunity to deal with these people because they are brainless. River says, Pro, the university should be shut down. It has always been the same of protests and uprising from the 80s till now. I'm not sure what is being learned here. Nothing is being learned. They are just turning these futures leaders into monsters, if I can pull it that way. Look at this campus. Look at the building. See how filthy it is. That is how even the finance ministry looks. It's filthy, it's dirty. And they don't see it. They hear from Dwell, brother, don't hold Dwell responsible for what is going on. But George Weah, who is protecting his job, I hold all of them responsible. Dwell attended the university. He graduated from the university. He should do something about it. His mouth said he's putting more money. If you are putting the money, and those who are responsible to make sure that the money gets displaced to look okay, then do something about it. You control Weah anyway. Cristiano, let's say Mr. King, you guys lied too much without evidence. I don't know what you're talking about. Christianity, come to Liberia and see for yourself and stop spewing lies that they feed you with big men. I don't know what you're talking about. You're watching the video, you're seeing this, you're listening to the gentleman who, Mr. Patton, who having to be the public relation officer of the faculty association. He narrated everything succinctly. And you say we are lying. Stephen 12. This is shameful for all of us. We have emphasized the attention to be given to UL. It is the pride of our nation. Now, this is the shame of the nation, no longer the pride. You're just sitting in America and talk without investigating what is wrong. See, you're watching a video and say, we want to investigate. The video here is doing an investigation. Augustine writes, the government continued to lie that they are paying the people on time. Samuel 12 continued to say that he's paying people on time and he's lying. They hear from Williet Dumba, can't comment. Only lament at this live video today. I know you are out of words, but I will find a way to put out some words. Let me hear from Samuel Pada. University is turning into party headquarters where police and citizens are battling one another. So sad. Indeed, it is sad and shameful. Let's hear from Na Rice. That is Silla Afos Nad. Liberians will learn the hard way because they continue to vote the wrong people into power. You know, Liberians are giving the people the opportunity to do right by them, and they are letting them down. Mange is in Grand Bassa County lying to the people again. God will punish them. Like yeah, from Professor Axe Zawlo, the situation at University of Liberia is a culmination of years of neglect by previous government. Our government is taking all the necessary action to remedy the problem that have accumulated over the years. Blaming this government is unfair. You think this is unfair to blame this government? Mr. Zawlo, congratulations, by the way, you are being appointed as superintendent of the Morura Consolidated School System. Go and serve well and start justifying for these visionless leaders who our fellow citizens have given the opportunity to serve. In 4 years' time, we have built 49 condominiums, refurbished a 9th street, renovated what you call Jamaica Resort, built a music studio, built a Fakekon church. In less than 4 years, he did that. This is the nation's university. Use the nation money. And you want to tell me the University of Liberia cannot be built in 4 years, Mr. Zawlo? Is that what you're trying to tell me? You want to give excuses here and join your friends to give excuses about the university? You are a professor. You know better. You know well. I don't doubt your ability when it comes to education. This is your passion. This is what drives you. This is what runs through your blood. 12 said they are paying the people. That's why he said that the government of Liberia does not owe a dime to the faculty. But he's been proven wrong here today. That the government of Liberia has made available over 600,000 excess, in addition to the 400,000 in fees that they used to collect from students before the free tuition. And that money has been in the possession of the university administration for months now. No bathrooms. To face bathroom, I mean, we have to go and blink early again. For bathroom, to pin the building, we have to go and blink early again. Professor Zawlo, I don't appreciate your excuses. You are running your own school. Is that how it look? Professor, I hope you are listening. You have your own school that you are running. Is that how it look? Does your school not have a befitting bathroom? Is your school not painted? Sorry to descend on you, but you deserve that because you came to give excuses for these people just because you and them in the same party and now work for the same government. And that is unacceptable. No one will be spared today. President, we are. Please listen to your people and lead all Liberians. Let's hear from Williot again. All shame and scan to gain Zogo's favor to repeat 2017 result. Jimmy Eastman. We are not sincere about dealing with our problems. Why are we like this? And that's the thing that Professor Zabulo is doing, and it's pissing me off. Francis Taylor, this government does not care for the University of Liberia. But when election comes, they need these students to vote for them. The year from Pew, right? Good afternoon, watching from Rhonda Aslan. Thank for the show. Can't believe my eyes seeing. I can't believe my eyes seeing LU like that. I no longer. I'm not going down, and people take your time. You know, there's an edit section there. You can edit your comment. I know you using the phone sometimes is a little difficult. We want to be able to, read your comments. Your contribution is valued at Focus on Liberia. We all need to talk about this country. Baton Kula again. Axis Zaulo, you just got a job by where? No wonder. Axis Zaulo, so no wonder you are squashing where it didn't itch. All to get Wia's attention for his job. Dr. Kula, I will say this much. Professor Zaulo is qualified. He's a Liberian. He deserves a job. And by the way, he happened to be a member of the party. He labor. And it's not only because he has been a member of the party. He's a qualified Liberian. Education is his life. I would even recommend we have to make him Minister of Education. But where he's been assigned is a pivotal area. Moravia Consolidated School System. I am an alumni of the Moravia Consolidated School System. I graduated from D12. I'm proud of that school. Mr. Zaulo, go and serve well. So don't say that to him. But his excuses are unacceptable, and that is why I dealt with him. He knows me personally. I'm his GM brother. But when it comes to Liberia, I spare no one. Baton, let's see what you do with MCSS. And he's in trouble. He has a tax, and he must deliver. And Prof. Zavlo, by the way, you need to come on Focus on Liberia. We need to do an interview to hear your plan. So please develop your plan and let us discuss. It will be helpful. We hope Mr. Zauro has a cassava patch somewhere in Nimba. Let's hear from Jimmy again. Are Liberians voting for the wrong people into power, or we have allowed imposters to manipulate and dominate political theater? Where are these imposters getting their impetus? Well, maybe we, the good people, will sit on the fence. Let's hear from Cephas, Prince Cephas here. CDC government doesn't respect education. The president put 12 million in the budget for LACE project. From 2 million to 12 million. Where can we divert that money to? Why can't we divert that money to the University of Liberia? Maybe he's trying to say, I'm making progress here. A year from Christopher Worthy to said, my brother in studio, you have a responsibility to be honest. To say you are a sedition, I don't expect you to say anything positive about what I'm doing here. I'm holding the government accountable, and that's what I'm going to do. I appreciate the criticism, by the way. Please do more. The president has already admitted that education isn't his priority because both people have failed Liberia. Let's hear from Francis Taylor, watching from Kigali, Rwanda. Liberia needs change. Liberia needs to be changed. And Liberia needs change in the education system. Folks, we value your comments here. Please take your time as you write your comment. No need to rush, do it better so we can read it. Jimmy Eastman, all of the above. But yeah, from Christopher Worthy to again, my brother in studio is the same comment. This is a habit. He writes one comment and, posts it over and over. Thanks, FOL, for what you do for Mama Liberia. Yeah, we appreciate you Thank you. Let me hear from my dear sister, Talo Kweonkwa, whose husband, from what I observe, is teaching at the University of Liberia. That's right. You are doing a fantastic job. And Tyler, thank you. Tyler, you need to come on the show. You have a lot to share. Let's talk about Liberia. She is my Sastan sister too. Tanun Jala, shameless as a Javlo. People will one day give account. This is mind-boggling. Well, folks, we cannot thank you so very much for always following us here at Focus on Liberia, where we try to educate and elevate and promote all things Liberia. We want to give a special credit to Front Page Africa. Front Page Africa sent a reporters on the campuses of the University of Liberia, and they were able to capture everything as it was happening on the main campus of the University of Liberia. And that is a video that we brought you, and we'll try to do a little bit of analysis, but the video is self-explanatory. You saw for yourself how filthy, how disgusting, how shameful, how embarrassing the University of Liberia main campus right in the heart of Monrovia is. This is unacceptable. Our leaders have misread the field. When we are talking about nation building, we're talking about education. When we're talking about building a nation, it has to have a foundation. That foundation is in education. For this government to be lecturing or that it is providing free education on the camp to all private, not private, but public universities and colleges in Liberia, I would say that is commendable, because there are many students who either have stayed so long in school because it has been difficult for them to afford tuition. So making that money available so that they will not pay tuition is commendable. I get it. But that money is not WEA's money. It's not TUA's money. That is students' own money. That the people own money. It is their country money. So they deserve it. But that is not enough. That is just a drop in a bucket. They need a good learning environment. They must sit in a classroom that is befitting of them, that is representative of the country. Thomas Fowler University is better than University of Liberia. A Prince Johnson University is better than the University of Liberia. Professor Aziz Zawudo's school that he runs in Liberia is better than the University of Liberia. The Catholic schools are better than the University of Liberia. All private schools, pretty much, are better than the University of Liberia. Why? Leadership, nationalism, love for country. It's not being exhibited at this level. The people who represent the Liberian people at the legislature, they are getting paid more than the teachers are supposed to prepare or build the foundation of the nation. Where are we going? The future of Liberia is bleak. We are on a dangerous path. We are not building the foundation that will sustain our democracy, that will sustain our national existence. We are not building that. In the words of Mr. Patton, who is the Public Relations Officer of the University of Liberia Faculty Association, we are toying with education. He works there. He sees it all. He knows it all. He knows the players. They are playing with the future of our country. The University of Liberia, the book people would say, is the microcosm. In other words, is where you find everybody. You find somebody from my Grand Crew, somebody from Southtown. You find somebody from Lofa. Every county that is in Liberia, every village that is in Liberia is represented. The Beta Boss Seller's son is there. She sends him there because she wants a future for her son. She knows she can't get that future. But she understands education is the foundation to that future for her child. And directly and indirectly, it's a future for the country. And so when our better boss seller's son enters that University of Liberia, when he's jammed, he must be able to go to the bathroom. The teachers must be there to provide quality education. When he's thirsty, there should be a place he can go to get water to drink. The building should not be filthy. The chalkboard should not be filthy. But this is what we have. It's been 4 years now. We have the so-called proper government into power. They say it is proper. Their explanation, interpretation is that they are for the poor. They are in favor of the poor. Whatever they do is for the poor people of Liberia. The people who attend the University of Liberia are poor people. They are poor people children. Renovate the school or rebuild it. It can be done in 4 years. It has not been done. How long then will it take for the universities to be renovated? 6 years? When we need education now? When we need to build the foundation of this country now? Then we have to wait 6 years after to renovate the university? And somebody is telling me this is an age-old problem. I agree. It is an age-old problem. But an age-old problem can be solved with seriousness, with leadership. I know Mange has had this problem of poverty. He changed your life because he came to power. He cannot change the situation at the University of Liberia. I know we have become broke and he had years to struggle with it. But when he came to power, he changed his life. He shines now. He's building homes. He has built homes. He has acquired it all. He did that in less than 4 years. So the guy has the ability to do something, right? But this is the country money, for Christ's sake. Use the money, renovate the school, revolutionize the school. Your brothers and sisters from West Point, from Ninkratown, from Kawel, all across Morocco, all across Montserrat County, all across Liberia, they are at this school. And they have to be running. Police have to enter the main campus, firing tear gas at students. Why? Because they lie, they pay the teachers when they have not paid them. Because they have failed to live up to a memorandum of understanding that they have reached and signed with the faculty association. So the teachers are saying, you can't treat us like this. We do have families. We have family like we are. We have family like Tue. We have family like Mange that we need to feed. We have homes that we live in. We have mouths to feed. We have responsibility to our family. We have to travel to come to teach. We need transportation, and you have not paid us. How do you expect us to survive? And yet, some people are here to tell us this is an age-old problem. So we cannot solve it. So Tue cannot solve it. No one can solve it. And so let the problem continue. And the question is, then what was the point of them telling our people they were coming and bringing the change? All we are asking is, where is the change that you promised? My name is Anthony Sie. I brought you another edition of the Hour of Politics. I brought you another edition of the Hour of Politics here, focus on Liberia. Thank you for watching. And this is how we will come to the end of this broadcast. As always, we don't end any of our broadcasts here at Focus on Liberia without bringing you that nationalistic song that says we are all Liberians. I urge you to listen to that song 1 minute before you take leave of us. Thank you for watching the song, We Are All Liberians, and bye-bye.
We are Liberians. Liberia is our home. Liberian people. Liberia, all we want. Liberia, oh. Liberia, all we want. Liberia, Liberia.